Hey viewers, Hexcraft here. Before we get started, I just want to say this video might be a bit shorter because Sett doesn't have any skins, and his effect, yes, they are somewhat flashy, but not as flashy as mages, so it's mostly the small details and the physical model I'll be judging off. I will say, the Sett's release and his little event that came with it was one of my favorite things about 2020. I wish Riot would do more of those. A little fun, but let's get started. Like all base skins, Sett gets a 5, but I will say, base Sett is one of my favorite, base skins. I like the look of the pants, the coat gives off the feel of someone who is a fighter and the boss of the arena. I will say, one of the things that I do find weird and interesting is people say that the fur on the coat is his actual fur, which it's this different color than his hair, and when we see the mother in images, she has, white hair, maybe a little bit of red. It's hard to tell, honestly, from the small image. But at the same time, that would mean his dad needs purple hair or red hair. It could just be a weird trait of the Messiah. I do say that I do like the fact it glows when you use your enhanced W. And yes, it's anime as fuck because it goes golden. All in all, it's a nice skin, even if that is considered his back hair, which I will leave you that image, which will haunt you for the next hour. I say it before, I'll say it again. I don't like Mecha. This skin line technically is why I don't like Mecha. We didn't need Mecha wearing Kingdoms. It just feels useless. And honestly, melee champions already for Mecha skins are, in my opinion, not interesting whatsoever. Especially now with Sett. Because what can you do to make him interesting? None of his effects really feel mecha or machine. They just feel like someone's in power armor doing this, not a kaiju fighting mecha. All in all, it's a bad skin. I give it a 4. Also, I've never seen any Sett using this skin actually win. Now this is a decent Sett skin, honestly. I really do love the molten effects that all his abilities cause. It really works well with the obsidian black of his outfit. And honestly, it gets more cooler when you see his W form, when he literally is glowing molten fire. Again, besides the small effects, there isn't much to say, but this skin really took those small effects and made him stand out a lot more than the other 2 skins we've seen. So I give it a 7. Honestly, this skin has a lot of small details that Riot, as I always say, didn't need to put in, but I'm glad they do. Shows they actually care a little bit, you know? Those small details? Well, for starters, the big details. You can tell those aren't his normal ears on his head. Second, little floaty glove being his knuckles. The flower necklace, beautiful touch. And more importantly, besides just being water effect, you actually see during his W that he pushes and messes up the sand, leaving an imprint. When he he splashes like he just cannonballed, and you see seagulls flying around the spot. And my favorite small detail, his enhanced W summons a shark. Yeah, a little shark is there. It's a thing you have to look for to see it, but when I first saw the skin, I saw it and I loved it. It's a cute, interesting skin, and again, it stands out way different than the others. So I give it a 7. Now, first complaint I have, besides in his ult and his W, there isn't as much of a Firecracker effect. In fact, I notice more of the gold coin in most of his effect than I do actual firework effect, which a little bummed about that. But again, the firework effects are there. I just wish they were a little more visible. I feel like the gold coins really stick out more than the firework effect, and I kind of wish they removed those and replaced them with a little bit more, fireworks. But all in all, it's still a nice looking model and some beautiful effect. I do love how the dancing dragon is a part of his actual coat. Really fits well. I give it a 6. Honestly, I think this is Sett's best skin. Before, we already knew Sett was inspired by JoJo and other animes. This one is heavily inspired by anime. Appearance-wise, I usually call this Inuyasha, because, well, half-breed demon. Second off, his W, normal and enhanced, is him basically doing what looks like a ki blast from Dragon Ball. It's really nice. Besides that though, the other detail that I just love is, first off, the badges on his shoulder aren't just decoration. They are a part of his spells and ability. They actually move to make those spiritual hands he uses, which again, is freaking cool. The last major detail that I love is he technically has 3 slams to his ultimate. And yeah, some feel aggressive, some feel like they hurt a lot more. One is him literally dunking you. And honestly, I feel like that one should do extra damage, because Jesus Christ, you literally just took our tank and dunked him. That's insulting. All in all, this is a really good skin, and it gets an 8. And that'll do it. Next week will probably be Malphite, and after that, well, leave a comment down below if you have a suggestion. I'll try to get around to it, and until then, I hope you all enjoyed. Take care.